Hi, it's Angela Carlisle. I've decided to make journal entries every time that I'm experiencing the torture devices being used by the organized criminal syndicate known as law enforcement on me. So I'm going to read off my journal entry from yesterday, which was May 8th, 2025. I'll also I also want to make everyone aware, I'm putting this up so that if something does happen to me, that my family knows exactly what I've been experiencing. There's also direct communication with a lady named Amy Sullivan from the Gray Star Company, which is the apartment complex that I live in. It's known as the Sage Apartment Complex here in Lutz, Florida. My address is 14868 Norman's Cay Circle. And again, that's in Lutz, Florida, 33559. Amy is very aware of the organized criminal syndicate in the apartment above me that is using thermal imaging devices that are emitting high levels of radiation upon me when the devices are turned on and above me. I also believe that this radiation is also likely affecting all of the occupants in the apartments located around the area. You can clearly hear all the devices being moved around on the floor from above. So she knows everything. So if anything happens, like radiation exposure can cause a lot of harm, especially to little ones. They have thinner skulls, but in the ways of like tumors and stuff like that. So if anybody in this area would happen to come upon severe migraines, tumors, anything like that, I would point them back to her and the Gray Star Company for possible radiation exposure from all these devices located above. Okay, so here is my journal entries from May 8th, 2025. I didn't start them until my first one was made at 11:35 a.m. I was sitting on my bed. I was experiencing blurry eyes and pain and pressure in my head. And then on my next one was 1 p.m. I would say that the surveillance devices on my car have been turned on for an extended period of time. I would say 12:30ish since I got in my car this afternoon to leave my apartment complex. Feeling of pressure in my diaphragm, difficulty breathing, pain and pressure in my head, and a feeling of nausea. At 2:14 p.m. I had pain and pressure in head, my diaphragm, nausea for an extended period of time, once again, that the devices were turned on. I decided, because I was not feeling well yesterday with the devices being turned on for an extended period of time, I decided to just go grab something to eat and come home. So these devices being implanted on my car and being turned on for extended periods of time, causing me distress physically, is affecting my ability to be able to work. I work for Lyft. I'm a Lyft driver. And I'll also say that sometimes there's extra devices turned on because the law enforcement or the organized criminal syndicate known as law enforcement hacks, it's very apparent, it appears to be hacking my Lyft app and putting plants, riders in my car with devices, and I can always feel when a device is turned on because I will have sharp pains in the back of my head from them placing a device, obviously like in a book bag, or shoot, they could even just set it on the seat behind me and I wouldn't be able to see it because of course I'm paying attention to the road and driving and trying to get them safely to their destination. So my next entry was at 5:57 p.m. I'm at home. The criminal syndicate in apartment 216 above me is using torture devices that are causing me currently stomach discomfort, pain, and pressure in my head. This company or this gang above me is known to torture individuals to try to extract whatever data that they need to force an outcome that they want to pursue. At 5:59 p.m., possible gang activity in the hallway outside my apartment at the apartment across the hall. As I do believe that the apartment located across the hall from me is coming out to turn on a device if I'm ever on my cell phone or anything like that. So it's very apparent that you can hear the gang activity in the hallway there. At 6:02 p.m., the criminal syndicate above me is continuing to torture me with their devices. They are extorting information from my being in ways of the thermal imaging device. Greystar Company is aware they continue to allow myself and other residents to be at risk. 6:14 p.m., torture devices continue to run, causing harm to my body. 6:47 p.m., devices continue to be turned on. 7:18 p.m., device on door, which is the door located in my living room. You could hear it click on. Torture devices at 7:18 p.m. continue to be turned on. They hadn't turned off the whole time I was sitting there. At 7:36, I made another entry. Once again, devices continue to be turned on me. Feeling of the pain and pressure, severe migraine, discomfort in my diaphragm. Trouble breathing. These devices do affect the heart and can cause heart arrhythmias. I am experiencing that often while I'm in my car. Also, I'm experiencing blurry eyes while driving Lyft riders around from these devices being turned on. Just to let this organized criminal syndicate know that you are putting Lyft riders in harm's way by your use of your torture devices. At 7:36, torture devices continue to be still on without being turned off. 8:19 p.m. devices continue at door, or device at door was turned on again. Severe migraine and head and sinuses. At 8:51 p.m., torture device turned on once again. In my head, extremely powerful radiation being emitted. So you have the same symptoms: severe migraine in the frontal lobe and the sinuses. 9:05 p.m., torture device turned on once again. Pain in head, sinuses, heart arrhythmia. At 9:28 p.m., torture device turned on once again. 9:39 p.m., torture device turned on once again. At 10:25 p.m., torture device turned off, but experiencing severe sinus migraine. At 10:27 p.m., in bed, device mic turned on. You can hear these mics because it's on right now. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but the frequency that comes off of the said device is very loud. So it's pretty much on 24/7 that I've noticed while I'm here in my bedroom. At 11:09 p.m., I had been in bed and was awakened by the what appears to be a obese black girl in the apartment 216 that likes to walk back and forth on the floor, very heavily footed, so that she basically disturbs me. Devices turned on in the wall. I was experiencing pain in my head. I was having tremors inside my body while laying on my bed. I got up out of bed at that point to make this journal entry. My phone I leave in the kitchen. Of course, I don't want a device near me while I'm sleeping. And at 11:11 p.m., I heard what appeared to be possible gang activity. Like I was telling you, anytime I'm on my phone in the kitchen, it appears that somebody, a member of the gang, comes out into the hallway to turn on their devices to, I guess, extract whatever data that they need from my phone as I'm using it. So this is my journal entry for May 8th. and I will attempt to get on here tomorrow with my journal entries from today, which is May 9th, 2025, to let you know exactly what I was going through. I also want to make note on here. I'm going to attempt to video anytime sheriff's department or anywhere near me in their cars. They like to use their intimidation methods, so they are constantly following me around. I'm going to start, if I can safely record while I'm stopped and it not be illegal to have a phone in my hand if I'm driving. You can't do that. But I'm going to attempt to video every time sheriff's department is anywhere in the vicinity near me and I'm feeling the severe pains of these torture devices being used. I do have a quick little video yesterday that I took of the sheriff's department driving by me while I was experiencing severe migraine while in my car. So I will be uploading that video clip to which I will be putting on my YouTube channel here. So I'll keep you posted and attempt to give my journal entry tomorrow. So I'll be back then. Thanks.